Hey ladies. Hi Alice, hi Victoria. So I'm making you a video to share with you a little bit about my gel journey that I've been using the gel for over 2 years. And what I was dealing with before I started using it was about a 4-year journey of a really awful skin condition based under uranium and tin, which is heavy metals that was in my body. So I had rash from here all the way down to my knees pretty much. And it bled every night when I slept because I scratched it while I was sleeping. It was horrible. And I'd gone to every doctor under the sun. And the natural doctors charged me $2,000 to $5,000, made up salves and scraped it and wanted to do testing. And the holistic doctor in Phoenix, just did a whole diet thing with me. It was all about diet. So I took everything out of my diet. So I was only eating fruit and vegetables pretty much and very little fruit, some grains, mostly nuts. If I drank coffee, cream, had any sugar, it would explode. I finally met a doctor in the Valley who treated me for like an allergy, like this was an allergy. And he put my hands on a machine that was supposed to reset my nervous system. And through that, I was paying between $200 to $600 a month to have the treatments done and also buy the chelation supplements. So I was doing oral chelation and I had to take supplements 4 times a day. It was between like 12 and 18 at any given time, plus colloidal silver and all this other stuff that I had to purchase, detox foot bath, on and on and on. It was quite a journey, but I could wear a bra and I could actually go out into the world instead of just living a hot Epsom salt bath because I could only use coconut oil. I washed with Cetaphil. I actually use Aquanil because it's paraben free. And my whole life had changed when this whole thing happened. I couldn't use any essential oils. I couldn't use perfumes. Shampoos, cream rinses really were irritating. So everything I did, I had to turn my head upside down. Yeah, it was crazy. So when the gel came into my life, I had a very clean body. And the first time I put the gel on my wrist, I actually could taste it in the back of my throat for just a nanosecond. And then I immediately started getting results. And I believe it was because my diet had been so clean for months. I literally only ate vegetables. I barely cooked that many of them. Most of them were raw. It was a tough existence, especially when you're around people that are eating fun foods, because I couldn't eat them. If I did, I paid the price. If I did, I had to drink raw cilantro in a bullet. That's the thing. That was the only thing that would calm it down, plus a detox foot bath. Crazy. I know this sounds crazy. But sometimes when I talk about it out loud, I'm like, wow, did that really happen to me? So, gosh, I'm already 3 minutes. So anyway, when I started using the gel, I got a response immediately with my skin feeling tighter. My nails got stronger really quickly. Lots of things like that began to change. Alice, so much so that I knew that I was not going to stop using this. And then about 3 weeks later, the rash got a lot worse, but it changed. And I knew enough about nutrition to know that if it changed that drastically, that it was doing something. So I knew well enough, I wasn't connected to anybody, but I knew well enough to just use less gel and drink more water, more water, more water. And that's what I did. And so I literally drink 3 of these a day. And at that time, sometimes it was even more. Now I have a whole thing that I teach on with water and how it hydrates your brain, and your cells actually get cracked and won't let stuff absorb. So when people don't get a response from the gel, it's usually because they're dehydrated. So besides all that, about 6 months into it, I only had a little bit on my hands, and the oozy, puffy, swollen rash went from dry, cracks, pinpricks, kind of a burning. I had to wear gloves on my hands whenever I was touching water, and I hated the shower. The shower was so repulsive to me because it burns so bad. So subconscious mind is so strong. Just a side note, sometimes when I get in the shower, when I'm in a hurry, I'll have a second where I brace myself before I step back in it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have that rash anymore. It's not going to burn. So, besides that, then let's see, where do we go? So by January, significant difference. And that's when I decided I was probably going to make this a business because I'd seen some changes. And my friends from around here, my church friends and stuff like that, they're like, what kind of skincare are you using? And I had fallen into depression with that rash. So a lot of people noticed, my family and stuff, like, wow, you seem so upbeat. You seem like you have a lot more energy, things like that. So that was one thing that was, really enlightening and cool for me too. And then by March, it was gone. And in May, I got to meet Alexi and tell him my story. And he just bawled, crying. His whole shirt was soaked because so many tears had fallen out of his face. So Victoria can tell you that Alexi's the creator of the gel. So the gel has 17 different botanicals in them. And I thought there was no way I could use something transdermal. I couldn't put anything on my skin. This was the only thing that didn't bother my skin. Now I can use perfume again. I get to live a completely normal life. I do have to be careful with essential oils. I do love to use essential oils, but I have to be a little bit careful with them. I can't use them like all the time. I can take them internally, but I can't, and I do put them in my water. Matter of fact, the way I drink so much water is I put a couple drops of clove from the essential oils and some chocolate stevia. Yeah, that's how I drink that much water. So if you want to know the trick to great water, that's the trick for great water. So if you have any questions or you want me to ask me any questions about the heavy metals, the botanicals, it's actually broken down into a YouTube. So Victoria, if you'd like that YouTube, it's under the Gel series. That gal who put that all together interviewed a whole bunch of different doctors, and it's the hour-long one with Dr. Green and Dr. Remka that's on that with her. So anyway, be blessed, and I really hope that you give this at least 4 months to work for you with the different things that you're dealing with. And as far as your doctor goes, there's only about 2% of doctors that are even going to take a peek at this. So just know that they're pretty closed off because they've been only taught that medicine is the only way to make somebody's body get better. And I believe differently. I've always been holistic. So I wish you all the luck in the world, that everything goes right for you, and that both of you have an amazing gel journey. So God bless, my friends. Take care.